we're giving our midterm position grades here at Michigan at the Voice of College Football. That's right, folks. So we're gonna go through the list. We're gonna go through the position groups, and we're gonna grade them. And we may agree, we may disagree. We'll see. But let us know in the chat what your grade is for each one. And of course, we got to start with the guy under center, the one that we were all excited about when it was announced back in December. And I ran from my networking event in a suit jacket to get over here and be part of that announcement show. And it's now been about 10 months. Bryce Underwood has been the starting quarterback all year. And I will say that I think even he would probably grade himself at a B- because he's a pretty honest grader. We've heard him grade himself. But I think that overall he's done very well. Whereas, like, if I were grading the quarterbacks last year, it'd be an F. I mean, this is like Bryce has... He's obviously done better in home games, but his stats have, like, at least at home, almost 70% completion at home. He has to shore it up away. He's about 50-some% on away games. So he's got to shore it up for away games, but very few interceptions. And I think overall he's done what we've asked him to do. He had a rough game Saturday. There's nobody who debates that he had a rough game. But overall, he's been making, I think, pretty good decisions with the ball. Not too many picks. He's had 2 picks, 7 touchdowns, and 1,526 passing yards already, plus his legs. So I'm pretty happy. I want to see more, and I want to see more around him as well. But I'm thinking B-. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm at a B. He needs to be better. He needs to, he's got areas to improve. He's got to work on throwing third level. He's got to work on his performance on the road. And then, the extra stuff, like the Michigan State game, taking pictures when you didn't have your best game, lock in, brother. I need you to lock in. But he's 18. So that's part of growing up. And that's what you're going to see here. He's young with the whole program on his shoulders. So he's dealing with a lot of pressure. He's handled a lot well. His composure in the Oklahoma game was actually insane. And I think he's, I'm excited, obviously, to watch his growth over the next 2 years after this year.
Same here. And yeah, I think it's just the beginning, as you said, because Michigan's getting more talent on the line, more talent. Babalola's going to be back next year. That's a huge factor on the O-line. You've got your options like Savion Hyder. You've got 3 excellent, in my opinion, wide receivers coming in the 26 class that I think at least one of them could be a starting wide receiver very quickly.
Travis Johnson, maybe.
Travis Johnson, I think, could be the one out of those 3, but I could see it being any of them potentially. But anyway, so B- right now. Still time to shore that up with really great performances the rest of the way, and you get bonus points for performing well against Ohio State. So
win that game, Bryce. Yeah, win that game, get us in the playoffs. That grade's going up. Wouldn't it be dope if Bryce balled out? What if Bryce just what if that was his coming out party? Like he just balled out, like 375, 4 touchdowns. Yeah, that'd be cool. Take all the pictures you want then, Bryce.
Absolutely. I'd be down. Let's hit one more, and then we have our special guest, Tanner, here joining us in a bit here for Purdue. But running backs. So running backs, obviously, Sharon Moore has leaned on the run pretty heavily. He leaned on the run pretty heavily against Michigan State, especially in the second half. Justice Haynes going for 857 rushing yardage, 7.1 average per carry, 10 touchdowns. Jordan Marshall with 544, average of about 5.5 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. Very powerful duo. It remains to be seen what happens when Jordan Marshall takes RB1 on Saturday. But with this duo, it's been a pretty damn good duo. And I think the reason I lower it a little bit from an A is just because, at times, even Justice Haynes in the first half, and granted he's been battling injury, but there's just been times where I'd like to see a little bit more sharpness, a little bit more in terms of the cuts, a little bit more in terms of some of the bursts and some of the things. I'm thinking Blake Corum, right? I think Blake Corum is like gold standard of what modern Michigan running back has been to be that. Like, that's an A for me. It is a Blake Corum like put the game on your back type. And Haynes has gotten there at certain parts of the year, especially early. But I'm going A-. What do you think, TJ?
I'm A+. I'm not sure we can ask for more, John. I mean, here's why I look at it like that, right? I mean, you got, you have a running back. Look, Haynes is averaging 7.1 a carry. Marshall's averaging 5.5 total. They got 15 total touchdowns in 8 games. Haynes is unfortunately missed a game and a half, right? And he still has 850 yards. You got Jordan Marshall with 544. Both of them could be RB1s, right? And they're doing this with a line that we would all agree is not elite. And not only that, you have an offense that really, the passing game is not always clicking. So I think this running back room has carried this offense, and these are bright spots. If Jordan Marshall didn't find his path in the USC game, John, I'd probably stand with you on an A-. But I think both backs are performing well. I'm definitely an A+. I don't see a reason for it. I mean, yeah, there's been a fumble here and there, but I mean, they just perform so damn well. And I mean,
yeah,
injuries, if you want to knock a grade because of injuries, but I mean, yeah. I'm at A+.
Yeah.
That there's only 2 position groups. I'm going to put it in A+, and I'm sure everyone knows what those are.